Hello! Welcome to our Wednesday night write-in. I know there's some issues going on YouTube for some people, so hopefully people can see us. I guess it's not useful to say if you can't see us, go to Facebook.
My loading screen switched to an error screen, which I think is when we would have been live.
Okay, I can see Facebook. So.
Yeah, a bunch of people saying there's getting an error. So yeah, hopefully people go over to Facebook and see us.
I will throw our Facebook link in.
Yeah, please throw that in again.
Yeah.
We'll give people a few minutes.
Great timing, YouTube.
Yeah. Do you need like an official link to the Facebook one, Kelly, or do you have that?
I've got it.
Oh, we have a comment from Facebook.
Hey,
hello, Kelly. Thanks for watching on Facebook.
Looks like we have a Kaylin joining or trying to join.
Hi, Kaylin.
Yeah, it appears YouTube, as Winry 101 said, it looks like YouTube is down worldwide. Some people are kind of getting pops of it coming back up. So we are also streaming on Facebook right now. Hopefully people are jumping over from YouTube to there. If we've done everything right, this will still post to YouTube when we're done. It kind of depends on how down YouTube is. So yeah.
I think Ellen can see us. I don't know.
Hi, Ellen. YouTube is down for everyone except Ellen. Congrats.
I don't know when we want to start our first sprint.
Let's talk about how Nano's going.
Yeah.
We'll give it 5 minutes just to see if.
Yeah, for sure. I still have not signed into the Nano website. I've done nothing this month. Writing related. I've done other things, but nothing writing related.
You've done a lot of things. Life things.
Yeah.
Kelly, did you comment that link somewhere?
I did.
I'm not
put it. I saw it pop up, but now I don't see it either. Oh, maybe because I'm me?
Oh, probably. Can you put it
but
in
me in our account?
I'll copy paste it over. YouTube looks like it's still down. We are simultaneously streaming to Facebook. Sorry to everyone on Facebook. I'm sure this is riveting content for you.
But you are watching our Facebook debut, so that's got to count for something.
Yes.
Anna can hear us but not see us. I don't even know how to deal with that. So.
Yeah. I guess if I had to choose one, I'd want to hear, so I would know when the sprints were going. Nano's going all right. I mean, not great at all, but I haven't quit. So
good job.
That's excellent.
I'm gonna be working on a new scene tonight, so I'm excited about that.
I was planning on continuing on and like trying to push through as much as I can. However, the last Sunday night, actually, I realized that I had restructured a bit of the first act and then didn't touch it again for like 2 weeks. And I don't remember what I did. So I'm going to be spending this time kind of refamiliarizing myself with what past Caitlin did to this manuscript.
That is fair. I'm just popping over to our Twitter to make sure everyone's okay over there.
I'm seeing some comments on Facebook now.
And YouTube is now. But
that's been going pretty
not.
Normally. Like I'm doing about as many words a day as I'm supposed to, and I'm definitely hitting the point where I'm like, I don't have enough plot for 50,000 words because I'm answering. That's how I roll. I think I actually hit that point like 3 days ago, but
yeah, since I'm revising, I ended up cutting a ton from the draft that I had written. So it was like 65,000 words. And I was like, wow, look at me go. And I cut about 20,000 of those words because I restructured so much of it. And now every time I write a scene, I'm like frantically checking the word count. Like, am I going to get it back up to an okay number? Is it going to hit the okay spot? Looks like we've got a lot of people on Facebook now.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Yeah. I also have a few like first time nanowers or like first time in a long time kind of thing. So that's exciting.
Yes.
It is.
Like a lot more people are like at home all the time right now, so it's a good year to do nano. For sure.
I was just gonna say, big thumbs up to anyone who's like 2020. Yeah, this is the year for an additional challenge.
Honestly, though. Should we jump in at the 10 maybe? Now that
Let's do it.
Great. And I feel like the good thing is we're like exactly like a third of the way through November. So there's like still a lot of time to catch up at this point.
Mm-hmm. A lot of makeup time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to set the goal for myself for 60,000 just because I feel like that, given a lot of other things, is unrealistic for me. But there's definitely still time if you want to kind of log that time out and strive for that still. It's still not in game yet.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people talking about hitting the ground running or liking what they're writing, but now losing motivation or getting stuck. So maybe after the first sprint, we can talk a little bit about that and if we have any tips for getting through that.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to start our first sprint in 2 minutes, and I have prompts. So if this is your first write-in, you're welcome to use the prompt if you need a little inspiration on what to write next, or if you just want to try and challenge yourself and incorporate it. But also, if you don't want to, you don't have to use it. It's just there to help you. So I just moved a week ago, so all of my prompts are moving themed. So the first one is introduce a new location and all of the new people who come with it. So we'll do that in a minute. And it'll be a 20-minute writing sprint.
Also, just while we're on the topic of getting caught up, this is a good time to remind everybody that our 4-hour write-in is going to be this Sunday, so there's going to be lots of time to get caught up. We're going to be starting that at 4 p.m. Eastern time, writing for 4 hours, and then falling asleep in a heap.
Yep.
Just immediately, like before the stream even ends, we're just going to immediately just pass out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And good night.
Yeah. It'll be our long wave at the end of the nano one, but we'll actually all just be asleep.
And it is now time. So we'll start our first writing sprint now and go till the 30. So good luck. and time.
Let's see.
Everyone seemed to be working very industriously.
I did better than
Either that
I
or
thought.
you're typing
I was like,
nonsense
I
on your
am
keyboard.
Right in. This is me typing.
So let us know how you did in the comments. Hopefully it was productive time. I know a lot of people were still trying to like navigate getting to the right place and figuring out the time and everything. But
At 286. That's exciting.
378.
Nice.
nice.
I thought I was doing good. I had 136, but bonus, I actually figured out how to make the first scene work. I was just gonna let that go for like the next second draft, but I figured it out. So I am not cheap.
We've got people in the comments. Hannah got 171, Carrie Ann 379, Jordan almost 400, Candida 436, Emily 370, Rain 411, Valerie 252, Britton 911, but I cheated a little. Alicia 314, Nicole 31, Matthew 252, Persis 371, Kenran 192, Amy 200, Steph 269, and Katie 422. Mia 240. If you haven't yet, let us know how you did in the comments or the discussion section, depending on where you're watching us. We had Amy said, I came in late, had to hold a baby, and writing is going so slow for me this week.
Yeah, there's definitely something about this week that's making things just explode.
I know for me, it's like a weird week because it's like holiday right in the middle of the week. So it's like I work 2 days and then have a day off and then work 2 more days.
I'm really excited. Y'all Write is this weekend, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited for that. If you guys don't know, if you're watching and you're not sure what Y'all Write is, it's an online writing conference festival thing being put on by the people who typically do Y'all Fest, since we couldn't do that this year, which I'm very sad about because we were going to go.
Totally planning on it. And then March happened. They're like, maybe. And then June happened. We're like, probably not. And then like, no.
In the end, it worked out because like there's no way I could have gone because I just started a new job this week. So.
Yeah. Welcome to everyone who's watching us both on YouTube and on Facebook. We monetized our channel like a year ago, just about a year ago. And so we used some of that monetization money to upgrade to the StreamYard Premium or whatever. And so we were able to simultaneously stream today, which was extremely nice when last minute we realized YouTube wasn't working for everyone. Yeah, we've got a lot of people talking about being behind or feeling like not motivated or like they've just hit like a sagging middle part of their book. So I was wondering if anyone has any words of wisdom, because I would also like to hear them.
Keep pushing. That works for me. I mean, it's like pulling teeth some days. And like I would say at least the past 2 weeks, I didn't get much written at all. But I find that if I spend more than like 2 days away where I'm not even like getting something written, like today, I have to just like reintroduce myself to a lot of the stuff that I had written 2 weeks ago. So as long as you're making some kind of momentum every day, it doesn't have to be 1,000 words every day. It doesn't even have to be 50 words every day. It'll come back.
Yeah. I was gonna say, don't be afraid to take time away from like writing time to give yourself regrouping time to like figure out what happens next or the next plot points or what the next several writing sessions are going to be, so you don't have to keep hitting that wall. That you're going to make up more of it in the long run than if you keep just kind of trying to chip away, especially if you don't have a ton of writing time to make it work.
Yeah, exactly. And if you like writing every day, like is my method of trying to keep it in there. But at the same time, I did take 2 weeks off unwillingly. Like I didn't mean to, but it happened. And I did fix a kind of a small plot hole. So like time away you'll come back with those fresh eyes as well. And it'll kind of like give you that extra boost of like, okay, now I'm remembering things. Let me fix it. Let me move forward from there.
Something I do sometimes if I'm like coming up to the middle of the book and I maybe realize I don't quite have enough like plot for the middle, is that you can like make a list of like obstacles that your characters could encounter or like ways you could make things harder for them. Because sometimes that's what can make the middle hard is you're like, I can't have them achieve their goals quite yet, but I'm not sure what to do. So like just think of some things that like could maybe like kind of set them back a little bit or cause problems for them. And then you can incorporate those whenever you're feeling a little stuck.
Yeah, that's very much what I'm doing right now because like I'm in that spot where I feel like I don't have as much plot as I want to. And I think I've said this a lot, like if you've come to our other write-ins, but just like figure out like how to make things bad for your character and then how to make it worse. So for me, the immediate like my character's in an awkward family dinner where people are like yelling at each other. I'm like, how can I make this worse? Oh, his love interest shows up at his house like while the dinner is going down. So by like twisting that knife, there gets to be more layers and you can prolong the suffering. Flash plot.
And once you like put them in a terrible situation, then you have to like figure out how they're going to get out of it. So that gives you at least a couple chapters of words.
I noticed our viewer count jumped up by like 10, and then I saw Missy Kate commented and said YouTube is back. So yay! I refreshed and I can also see us on YouTube now.
It's interesting to know that we're clearer on Facebook.
Yeah, that is really interesting. We had a question about rewriting your second draft that I want to do, but maybe after the next sprint.
Yeah. Well, writing.
Yeah.
So we'll start at the 40 and go for another 20 minutes. That'll take us to the hour.
Do we have a prompt for that?
Yes, we do. Let me grab it. So the prompt for this next sprint is to make your character unpack some of their baggage, fears, or hangups. Will they open up, face their problems, or retreat behind their walls?
I like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Anna's advice was write a kissing scene or kill someone, depending on what kind of genre you're writing, or both.
I do like Amy's advice as well. Of whenever things get too safe for your main character, how can I isolate you? You think you have friends and people to back you up? Wrong.
Yeah, I'm reading Veronica Roth's Chosen Ones right now, and that is, I have a lot of feelings about it, but that is one of the things that is done really well in there, is that it's like this team of chosen ones. So how do you isolate them so that they don't have each other to lean on? We had a question for how long is the write-in tonight? It's a good question. We usually do 3 sprints. And our last one is usually a little bit shorter. So we'll probably like 30 minutes after 9 Eastern. So like 9:30 Eastern-ish.
Sounds good to me.
If it goes like normal write-ins on this channel go.
One more minute before we start. Ellen said that her characters are going to unpack some physical baggage. Perfect.
Yes. Just like Emma has been.
That's all I've been doing. I go to work, I come home, I unpack things.
Yeah. Unpacking is fun. Packing I hate.
See, I like packing and hate unpacking.
With unpacking, you get to like design your new space and find things better or more organized homes than the clutter you left behind.
And then you just give up and shove it all in the closet.
And then if it never leaves that closet, you know you never really needed it.
See, when you're packing it, you can be like, do I really love this thing? Do I need
Does it
it?
spark joy?
Yes. And then you get rid of it. You don't have to take it anywhere.
True. So it is the 40. We're going to start our next sprint. So a reminder that the prompt is to have your characters unpack some baggage. It could be physical, or it could be maybe some emotional baggage that they've got going on. And we will be back at the hour. Good luck.
Kelly, that sounded like so many words that you were.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I got distracted in the middle, but at the end it was going well.
How did that go for everyone?
I broke 1,000, which was my goal.
I got 855.
Oh, very nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got 292.
My goal for the next write-in is to start tracking where I am when we start.
I like in Scrivener, you can reset the word count every time. So I just hit the reset button and just let it track for me again. So I don't know off the top of my head, like what I did the whole, both in between like both sprints. I think it was 100 and something the first time, but I could probably track better that way too, but this works for
Let
now.
us know in the discussion section how you did, or in the comments if you're watching us on Facebook. We've got a lot of word counts coming in. Rain got 656, Britain 207, Persis 240.
Shannon
Oh,
just hit
nice.
30,000
Really
for me
good.
now.
My comment section is just shooting up right now. You guys just witnessed my brain short circuiting as it kept moving. Nope.
I'm curious for anyone watching, just kind of what your thoughts are in general on watching live things on Facebook. It's not something I've ever really done. Is it something people do?
Yeah, we've had a lot of people saying that the stream is clearer on Facebook, which is really interesting.
Yeah, and it's probably not something we can do forever because it is a premium feature and we're not planning to do all that long term. But I'm curious of just if this is valuable to anyone. I definitely want to know.
Yeah, because even not on. Oh, go ahead.
I think it'd be interesting to test it out, like when YouTube like is up and running, to like do another dual stream and see like what like if people do prefer Facebook.
Yeah,
As long as we have that, if it's just turning on both, I don't see the harm.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying they don't usually watch on Facebook or wouldn't necessarily prefer it on Facebook, but it is a very high quality stream.
Yeah, I find it weird that Facebook is better at this than YouTube.
Yeah.
Like YouTube, you had one job.
I don't know. I remember when YouTube switched, feeling like they just hadn't really considered streaming, because about a year ago we all had to switch platforms for group streams.
Yeah.
This is true.
It's like not their top priority, I guess. I don't know.
But we have fun.
Yeah.
And StreamYard is awesome. Big recommend if you're ever wanting to do streaming. I really love StreamYard. I've had to contact them a few times in the last month about tech stuff, and they've always had someone there to like instantly respond, and they're so nice and helpful.
Do we want to wait until the 10 for our last sprint? Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Because we had, what was the question? Oh, we had a question about rewriting. Yeah, where is it? It's from Gracie. What do you suggest to help with rewriting your second draft? I have a mess of a first draft and need help.
Don't feel like you have to tackle it all. And like, I feel like I am good at turning off like my editor brain when I am drafting. I can do a first draft without like caring about it being perfect. But then when I get to like the second draft, I'm like, okay, I'm revising. It has to be perfect now. When realistically, it's like, well, if I just fix one of the things, then that's fine. It's another thing, and then I'll fix another thing.
Yeah. See, that whole process makes me never want to revise things ever. There's no universe where I'm going to do a different pass for plot, and then one for character, and then one for pacing, and one for voice. That is so intimidating.
I always try to do it in in one, but I also try to have the perspective of like, if I just have to like focus on like plot and character this time, then like the next pass, like I like do try to do as much as you can during a pass so that you don't have to do 5 million passes, but also don't feel like you have to do it all.
Maybe set a priority of like what's most important.
Yeah. I last year my nano project was a rewrite of a draft that I had written that was extremely messy, and I knew there was a lot I wanted to change about it, like enough that there was no way I would be able to get around not doing a rewrite, or no way I would be able to get around doing a rewrite, that is. And so the thing that I did was that I looked at the original first draft and figured out, well, what are the things that I really like? What are the things that I want to keep? And I copied those out of the draft and put them someplace else. Because for me, I know if I have that, like someone commented in there, I keep them side by side. And if I do that, I will just copy exactly what I've already written and end up with the exact same draft the second time. So for me, if I take the things that I know I like, then I can grab those later when I need them. And then otherwise I try and just treat it as like a totally new book.
See, I can do it the flip side. Like I've done that a lot actually. It's like taking a draft I don't love and then just adjusting in my head. So I'll like read on one side, write out, and then I can just change it as I'm going, which works pretty nicely for me. I don't know. I try not to do that because I don't catch as much, but I do actually like, if I have the brain power to do a full rewrite and then revisions, I will do it that way, changing what I already know and then have a better sense of what the bigger changes are once I get to the end.
Yeah, that definitely works for a lot of people. For me, I get so caught up in the fact that like, well, I could just fix these sentences and those sentences will look really nice. And then I have a really hard time pulling back and seeing, okay, well, big picture, I can't keep this sentence that I love because it doesn't make sense anymore.
Misty Kate had asked where Erin is, and it is like dinner time in her time zone. So
yeah,
I'm guessing that's where she is tonight.
She is in her void.
Time zones, man.
Yeah.
So we're going to start our last sprint in 2 minutes. I think we're going to do a 10-minute sprint to wrap things up. And the prompt for this one is, an important item is nowhere to be found. So will your characters be able to find it, or are they just going to have to adapt to not having it anymore?
Not at all inspired by recent real life experience.
No. I know where all of my stuff is. I know what boxes I put everything in.
That was me leaving Emma's house last weekend. I did not find my child's shoes and we just left without them. I don't understand where they could have gone.
Man, kids' shoes are like that though, and their socks. Like, I feel like anytime we've had like visiting family that has like little kids, there are always like, little kid socks left at our house.
Socks are the worst.
Yep.
Agreed. I will put that prompt in the discussion section.
So just a reminder, this one's going to only be 10 minutes, so we'll be finishing at the 20.
Cool down.
Because I know it's only like 8 o'clock here, but I'm tired already.
Your body's just still on Eastern time.
Well, it was like 2 time changes, like back to back. It was like we went back an hour for the time change, and then like a week later, I moved back a time zone. So my brain's like, oh, it's like 10 o'clock. And it's time to start. So we're going to start our final sprint now, and we'll be going to the 20. So good luck. And time. A quick little sprint. Megan's time.
Finish the thought.
It feels like when you took like standardized tests in school.
I was
the
always that
pencil's down
student. I was like, oh no, I'm not done.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of bubbling this though.
Felt like a pretty good night of writing.
I might keep writing.
Yeah.
Go get some snacks.
I'm reading that way as well.
Go for it. Go make a cup of tea, get some snacks.
I was feeling hot chocolate. It's
Keep
been
going.
cold today.
Are you getting snow
Yeah.
there?
Not so much like mostly up on the. That said, I haven't like left my apartment in 2 days because it's COVID and I don't leave my apartment. But I don't see any snow out there except for on the mountains.
I know there was some in Salt Lake. All right. Well, looks like everybody had some good word counts in the discussion. I find it interesting that I feel like a lot of times like there isn't that big of a difference in the word counts between the 10-minute sprints and the 20-minute sprints.
Yeah.
Maybe because we end on the 10, so people are a little more in the story. Like I know the first one, I'm always just staring at the screen for a little bit.
It's true, yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
number 2 is always my best.
Mhm.
Like I'm in the zone, but like by the time we get to the third one, I'm like, I'm ready to.
I
Well,
really
that
like
last one, like that 10-minute one, I'm like, okay, I don't think I have enough time to really dive in deeper. So let me go back and like pick at certain things that I had already written in the first 2
Oh, that's
sprints in my word count. It was in like 60 something this time, but
I like when we do the shorter ones earlier. We don't do them often, but when we do them, I get really panicked if like it's only 10 minutes. I want to have like a good word count for only 10 minutes. And then I usually end up with more words than I would get in that time period doubled for like a 20-minute sprint. But if it's the last one, I'm just ruined. I'm always like, oh, I'll just update my nano word count. And then I got like 160 words, which is good, like very good for the amount of time that I was writing. But it was also, I got back and it was like, I have 5 minutes. I have to get a word count.
I don't see any questions.
Yeah, we still have plenty more write-in time for the rest of the week. So if there's anything you wanted to ask,
Let me
I'm trying to think.
grab those links really quick.
Say, do we have any write-ins between now and Sunday?
We have one on
Saturday.
Saturday.
Over on the Nanowrimo channel. I keep typing the wrong thing into the search bar to get the Nano YouTube page up. Link address. So this is where our Nano write-in will be.
And that's Saturday at 3 Eastern.
I will also fetch the link for our 4-hour one.
Yeah.
Which is Sunday at 4 Eastern.
Yeah, so we will be writing all weekend basically. And so we will see you at hopefully at least one of those, maybe both of them. You don't have to come for the entire 4-hour one if you don't have 4 whole hours. You can pop in and out as you need to.
Just because we're going to melt our brains does not mean you have to.
Yeah. You're not on camera. You're allowed to take breaks. All right. So I guess we'll just wrap up there. Okay. So have a great rest of the night, everyone, and a great rest of your week. And we will see you hopefully either Saturday or Sunday. And don't forget to like and subscribe.